Hey everyone, Kat and Franny here. And there's a little man trying to pop up. Hello. Hello. So, yep, that's the thing. It's a little chaotic, but that's okay because that means stuff is going on. We're back on our live stream Fridays after the lovely Elaine over at Cobalt Dragon mentioned that I do these. And soon we will have a different look going because, well, I could be hanging out in the living room, but that would just be mean because then this is all noisy while the boyfriend's taking breaks because he's in the process of fixing up my permanent library. We've already done the ceiling, and now we're tipping up and getting ready to do the walls. Hi, Vin. How are you? How are you feeling today? I have an ear infection and it sucks. Oh, that does. Hydrogen peroxide works really well. You dip your head and have somebody nicely pour in the ear and let it bubble for a little bit. Or some good sinus medication because I woke up with this whole side of my head going, it might be nice if I just cut it off. Well, hopefully yours goes away soon. That's no fun. You enjoyed any time off? Or were you kind of feeling crappy this whole time? Are you keeping guard, Franny? She's laying by the door that's nice and chaotic because we have, the ladder from painting the ceiling and the other cat tree and everything. I am working on getting people to give me books. Yeah, Elaine did mention she was going shopping for you since you're not allowed to buy. That's kind of cheating then. If you're giving out the orders, you might as well be buying it yourself. Who else do you have, doing your little book smuggling for you? I'm just feeling crappy. I'm on a week off after next week. You get those? Hi, how are you? Not too bad. It's the weekend. I always love when I don't have to get up and go see humans that I don't choose to. Yeah, 'cause you're going to be on break again, aren't you? It's almost Thanksgiving here. Are you confused, big girl? You got your ears back. Freddy's like, I see Mama, but I hear him on the other side of the wall. I have a couple of ARCs and a couple of authors have emailed me, so it's a workaround. Oh, Van. You could almost be a chick with all that sneaky. I'm probably not since I'm homeschooled. You might get the day off to help cook. I know, Mom always made me help. That's pretty sweet. You got authors going, hey, do you want to do this? I've never gotten any of that. But that's okay. I also don't make my email public so that I don't get a bunch of, other creeps in the emails. I'm excited and nervous for Monday. Well, Tuesday for me, as I am over on Greg's Live. Ooh, nice. I'll have to remember to notify that because I'm gonna watch, and then I've been coming home and falling asleep. So I'll definitely have to, be able to give you some crap. Elaine, hey, how are you? I have a secondary. Yeah, I did set one up for this. I have my main one, the one that I was using to try to get jobs, and then the one that I set up for this. Hey, Matthew, it's a party up in here. I love how we all sneakishly have a booktube email. Nice. I just yeah, that is the problem with like I have like my main email that I pull up and I goes to it and it's like, oh yeah, I haven't checked the other one in a few days. I gotta go, sadly. My day hasn't. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, thank you for checking in. So, I know Ven's not feeling that great because he's got his earache. How's everybody else doing? And Matthew's probably at work soon. So what movie are you going to be watching tonight? I've got this one. I decided not to do my, coffee table book. Hi, Lily. How are you? Not watching, but we start showing Red One tonight. Ooh, that one looks like it's going to be a good one. I'm not normally for Christmas movies, but that one looks freaking funny. I have one email for YouTube and one for Everyday World. Makes sense. Yeah, my everyday one is one that I've had since, I was a teenager. So it's got a lot of spam over the last 20 years. And trying to find come up with something that's like professional. That is really hard to do because my name is far too common. Yeah, I'm doing well. Just, getting into everything, kicking off that weekend. Hope the day goes quick. I'm going to start The Wife Stalker by Liv Constantine. That just sounds creepy all the way around. I like it. I show speed clips. Nice. I have not picked a favorite book yet for the year. There's been a couple in the running. I love that House of Root and Ruin was my big one. And then I had a new James Rollins novel. And I just found out I'm getting a new Christopher Moore book next year. Woohoo! Even if I have to wait till May. How about you? What's your favorite genre to read? Right now, I think Celestial Monsters by Aiden Thomas. I like the name. That sounds so creepy and awesome. And kind of magical. It could be evil or it could be kind of Christmassy. Or it could be both. I did read one of those last year. Maybe I'll find another Yuletide Invaders book. Percy Jackson, but Central American mythology. I never read much Percy Jackson, but I did like the one book that I picked up. I might pick up another one if I find it. Oh, what is it? I keep getting notices of fables and mythologies from various cultures that are free. So if you're into that, you might like it. They're all ebooks, but I can't remember who they are. I think I have Sweden was the last one that they're like, oh yeah, this is free. And fables from Japan. Yeah, so far I have 5 of them now. And they're all by Samuel Denhartog. Woo. So that's kind of a cool little series. Yeah, if anybody else is into that, they keep showing them up on Kindle going, it's 99 cents or it's free. I like folk tales. They make food inspiration for D&D games. I don't know. Food could be good. Like, all right, I'm feeling like making a troll. I'm gonna say they're from here, and this is what they would eat. They're not mutually exclusive. Can't type. That's okay. I can't type or talk. Though half of that I blame on autocorrect. They always want to change or like, oh, you started putting this word. We think you want this one, which should be followed by this one. Like anytime I try to put in like, hey, my name so people can search my handle, it's always like, oh, Ginger. No, you mean hi BFF. I'm like, I have never typed that in my life. Why do you always correct it to that? 2 letters in. Means corner. Just caught you on the live Monday. Nothing to be nervous about. You will have a great time. I am always there, so can have fun bugging you. Yes. We'll have to, slip in how much he loves Feyre from Akatar at some point. And how all his cookies are mislabeled as biscuits. Will help the chaos become chaotic. Extra. Supreme chaos. Well, all cookies are biscuits. So, I don't know. I think you got that backwards. And then still wrong. Because one gets gravy on it and one's sugary goodness. I like biscuits. With or without gravy. I know you're in New York, so I don't think they do the whole, sausage biscuits and gravy up there. Unless you got somebody Southern in your family. I mean, I would not put gravy on a cream custard or a custard cream. Well, yeah, you don't put gravy on cookies. I could have sworn you and Farrah were both in New York. Where are you at then? Because I know you had like a little dairy farm. No, okay. I was like, wait, I was not expecting that to be there. For some reason, I thought y'all both were in like the little small town farming part of New York for some reason. I'm done and losing my mind in my old age. I'll blame it on too much peopling during the week. So that you might have some, good old biscuits and gravy. One of these days, I'm going to film myself making that just to mess with all the Brits. I've had to people this week. It was not fun. Yeah, I might have had to, like, I got a pin in my ponytail and I know how to freaking use it. The hunched over death glare works fairly well. I will say that. I am more of a without gravy person, but that might just be me. You don't do like the white gravy with the sausage bits in it? I mean, normally biscuits are good, but if you get the proper Southern style, that white gravy is so good. But it has to be homemade. Like, I have yet to see any store-bought stuff that is close to edible. And now I have to do a job application for work, so yay, should keep my mouth shut. Wait, why do you have to do a job application? You already have the job. Mm-hmm. Country grade, like it's like a milk-based thing. Basically, think like Alfredo sauce, but with different seasonings. They make you do an application for that? Hi, Crest. How are you? Maybe that's what I'll do for the holidays. I'll try to like cook through my cookbook and you know, if I get the kitchen pretty and decorated enough, maybe I'll film it. Go, hey, look, here's some, breakfast and some cookies. Ooh, Elaine, you're just encouraging him. Trying to make sure he's the one that, gets busted for the most books of the year. Yeah, it's not technically guaranteed. Well, fingers crossed for you. We won't tell him that you don't like people any more than the rest of us. Nice. If you weren't buying books until you were broke, are you even a serious reader? Well, if I buy them till I'm broke, then how am I going to afford the dog food? I got to make sure the babies are pampered. I mean, Franny will still tell you she's abused and hasn't eaten in, 5 years. But, little man is grateful for it. So we got to keep him, in his toys and treats. Plus, if I don't come home from a, book shopping trip with, fresh toys, I'm going to get in trouble. Yeah. Between the two of them, then you can go broke. As we all know, we spoil the crud out of our animals. I think they are hoping if they promote me, I will stop threatening to set fire to the place. Maybe that's why they should promote me at work. Because, I mean, they know what I used to do for a living. So I'm going to be on lists anyways. I promise I'll make it really pretty. That's what my specialty was. I made the really pretty pyrotechnics. Beezer, what are you plotting? They promote you and you still keep threatening it till you get all the way to the top. Working retail at Christmas always makes me look for the matches. Hey, it would smell really good because I'm sure that y'all have those really obnoxious cinnamon pine cones too. You'll make the whole neighborhood smell good. But then, like, dude, you don't live far enough from work. Your house might also pick up that smell. I like cinnamon, but I don't want to smell it that much. Maybe Rump will ask you to the big day for his light show. If they were smart, if they're smart, they ain't gonna trust me to do it. Yeah. He doesn't have taste to pick out, the kind of stuff that I make. That and well, I'm a woman, so he wouldn't like that I have the sense for it. It's very much a boys' club. Then again, so is my current job. But we're gonna keep trying till somebody has the sense to realize there's a reason my company was poaching other clients by showing them clips of, my testings. Oh, come here, little man. Are you done being a bully? Yes, good boy. Hello. Hello. Yes, you smell like outside. Off to go supervise? Okay. JB is loving the boyfriend painting up the library because, of course, we had to, protect the door. that's going to stay its current color. So now there's like, the tape and the paper and the plastic, and he keeps going to town on it. So when that room is finally done, it's we're gonna have to actually get JB some toys as a bribe too. So I don't know if I've asked this since so many people joined in. What are y'all reading tonight before we get into our first sprint? I've got a archaeological thriller from a author I've never heard of before. So fingers crossed it's good. Hey, and the other stupid people news seems our mail people are on strike. Are you flipping kidding me? That's just evil. They better get it straight soon. I'm going to do my Goodreads review. I forgot to do. Nice. I gotta update my tally. I've got a little running one going in my journal of how many have I managed to get through compared to how many that I've bought this year. Oh, JB. It's a little chaotic in here. This is the holdover room right now. Ooh, the 5 victims of Jack the Ripper. That sounds awesome. You say we'll give it till 5:30 to get everybody in here and figuring out their books and drink comfiness. And then, 30 after, because I know we're all in a bunch of different time zones and countries, and then we will go till the top of the hour. Oh, you were not that tall. What are you doing? He was stretching up like I could get on this very top one. Except for he's not good at climbing or getting down, and he always gets stuck. Because he does that on the much shorter one we have in the living room. All my animals, they're all goofy. Because I just finished Crimson Bound just shortly before setting this up. And it was supposed to be based off Red Riding Hood. It was so dark. It was not Red Riding Hood at all, and I freaking loved it. And then I got too many. I've been reading a bunch of fantasy because it's all coming at the same time from Libby. So, I don't think that one fantasy book I have on my shelf is ever getting read. I also have an arc horror novella called Decrepit Ritual to read. It's very, very dark so far. Nice! Gotta love a good dark novel. I'm thinking that Gideon the Ninth is going to end up might be one of my favorite ebooks of the year if I can figure out exactly what's going on. It's kind of hard to picture, but I'm liking the main character. Feels like I should have, if that had come in earlier, I could have read it for Halloween and it would have been good. But I also might have a Halloweeny one for like Christmas time. So I was looking over my shelves and really like, I have a few that might work for a December TBR. Book 2 is far more confusing. Oh, jeez. Well, that's not good. I'm only like 40-something pages into this one. I was hoping it would get less confusing, because right now I'm picturing it as kind of like Army of Darkness, where all those little plastic skeletons are just, running around and falling apart trying to do everything. And just everyone is a cheesy mess. That's the only way it makes sense in my head. It's a bunch of fall down plastic skeletons trying to pull up carrots and stuff. I read Gideon earlier this year. Didn't love it. Aw. The main character just has so much sass and it's making me laugh. Whether it will stay that way, I don't know, but so far I'm liking it. Just finished Carrie the other day. Nothing like 400 play plus dying to get you thinking. Oh, jeez. That is wow. I didn't realize they off that many people in that book. Then again, I've also haven't watched the movie either. I just know, the sign, the little scene that they always show in the previews of them dumping the blood on her in the middle of, prom or homecoming or whatever. And then everything going on fire. To be honest, I think it's the narration that elevated it for me. I'm not sure I would have enjoyed reading it as much. But the dog is okay, right? Yes. Matt asking the important questions here. Like, I had some classics on my shelf, and then I looked them up and was like, they were mean to the doggies. I'm not reading these. It's a classic, and they weren't nice. No. We gotta have standards. Freaking Stephen King. The only one where I'm pretty sure the doggy is safe and I can't find it. No dogs, but not good for the pigs. I'm okay with that because pigs are. I love bacon and ham. I could never have one as a pet because the boyfriend thinks they're cute, and his babies, like the ones that stay little, are adorable. The little bit of peach fuzz, but I don't think those would make good bacon anyway. No, I say this, and then I'm the second that's like, yeah, great. Now we named the cow, and they hang out with the dog. There goes our plan to have steak. I really want one of those little, like, Scottish Highland cows that are, at least as far as I can understand, they're, like, about Franny size, but super freaking dense. Like, I want to pet them. Well, gotta go. Maybe check in later. Well, thanks for stopping in. Enjoy the movie. Hopefully it doesn't get too crazy there for you tonight. Well, I'm just being stared at by JB. I watched the original Carrie, Sissy Spacek. She narrated the book. Yeah, see me, I have to read all the books. I can't do the narrations. Though my library apparently does have the Lord of the Rings that has been narrated by Gollum. But the hold on those is really, really long. See ya. How's your buddy doing? Noah keeps posting of, I had to put this on hold. But have they figured out what's up with him? Or the doctor's still enjoying, turning him into a guinea pig? Quit giving me that mean face. I see that plotting face. He's gotten himself comfy and he's making mean face at me. And of course you can't see from this. Whee! Oh, now you were exposed. He's like, I was hiding there, mother. Nope, still not had his result. That is rude. And typical doctor. Holy crap, that's crazy. He needs to arrange more tests as well. He is struggling a bit. Oh, poor guy. Oh. Give him a hug for us. Or have Jenny do it. You might enjoy that one more. Doctors need to get their butts on it. I keep sending him gnome pics to do. Oh, silly gnome. Mhm. Or poor, other chaos gremlin. We'll mess with him till he's happy. I'm sure we can find lots of scary gnomes. So, shall we kick off our first reading sprint and, yeah, reviewing and whatever else we've got going? And then we'll go to the top of the hour and see if we manage to be productive or if we need to switch books. What are you plotting now? You know you can't get down that way. You're making cats look bad. You're not graceful or smart. Trying to think of my favorite movie. The Lion King! That's your favorite movie. I'll have to send him a picture of me cutting up a book. Oh, Elaine! You book murderer! The judge will sentence you. Wait, push him over the edge. I'd say Matthew might have some to donate to the cause, but he already set Coil on fire. I don't think it can be destroyed anymore. That was some good footage. You can't just cut it up, like you have to cut it into little figures. Make hearts and little people. Turn other pages into little weapons so the little, book cutouts can fight each other. Give them a little red marker to. Oh, I'm bleeding. Oh, he would lose his mind. How full on book murder scenes. I have a plan. Oh, I cannot wait. You must film it all. Oh, this is gonna be good. Poor Noah doesn't know what's coming. I'm going to wrap his Xmas present in book paper. You can use a Le Mans book for that. That's about all they're good for. Or Akatar if you really hated it. And it'll all be pages that have favorite on them. Just highlight the name. I'm thinking new movie, The Book Murder 2, the Scissors episode. Oh, I cannot wait. That's gonna be so good. And here I was thinking play some nice ones, but ooh, evil is fun too. Wait, Elaine, Scissorhands. Yes. We'll get you some like crazy Johnny Depp hair. Oh yeah. Give you the super like pale makeup. Oh, it'll be fun. I can just hear Noah's screams now. Just He sees the tile and just full on, oh my gosh. All the gasps. Just give me Johnny Depp. Maybe. Star Trek 2, Wrath of Khan. That'll do it. That's the favorite movie, I have to say. But old Star Trek or new Star Trek? Huh. What do you think, my little fluffy demon? The old. Oh, I don't think I've seen those. Ooh, you flopping way over there where I can't reach your toes. These are the cutest little toes. They're so fluffy. And he does his little kick every time you touch him. And now he's way over there just sprawled out asking for it. You could lay on my hip and I could scratch your ears like you do when you think I'm unconscious at night. Yeah, there's like the ones that my dad knew of, and then there's the ones with Chris Pines and Benedict Cumberbatch. And what's his face that played in Lord of the Rings as the Rohirrim. I will admit to starting off watching the new Star Trek because Chris Pines was cute. And then they turned out to actually be good movies. And Chris Hemsworth did not live very long in those. Sad. Like, gotta watch the new Star Trek and the old Star Wars. That's how you really do it. That's what Thor movies are. Yeah, those are pretty good. I love. Oh, thank you so much. How are you? So, what are your thoughts on Star Trek and Star Wars and the eye candies? I need to catch up on the new Star Wars series as well. It has good bits, and like the little animals that they created for it are absolutely adorable. But there are some parts, and I've heard a lot of horrible things. I can just put Lion King. Nope, we're making you watch The Lion King. I will have Noah kidnap you. You're going to get duct taped to the chair, and you're going to watch it. Sure. What book do you have in mind? Didn't Chris Hemsworth voice Prime in the new Transformers movies? He did, but that kind of defeats the purpose. I like staring at him. I mean, the voice ain't bad, but I like staring at him. You can't stare at him in a cartoon of a, truck. Tender Wings of Desire. Never heard of it. Sounds very romancy. Those I tend to avoid. So, they are very popular. I like to keep them confused. I love fairy tales, but I don't do hardcore romance. Oh. JB, what did you do? You got the computer going. It's a... What? What's it about? I've never heard of it. That is a. Let's see. What in the world? KFC guy origin story. What? That is. Oh my jeez. That seems like the most messed up, possibly hilarious thing ever. Oh no. Oh, you'll know when you. I just found the cover for it, and oh my gosh. I don't know if that's real or Reddit having fun, but oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Well, you gotta read at least one cheesy, like, romance thing a year. Last year it was, My Gingerbread Ever After. Now it might be Wings of Desire. And I do love some good wings. We have to hunt for that. It's not on UK Amazon. I'm thinking we could probably find it on like Reddit or something. I put in the name and it's going, here's all these websites with it. I read Unhinged. Your review of that freaking cracked me up. That might be the best review of a book I have ever heard, Ben. The door, and that was just, yeah. Don't forget pushing cushions. See, like normal smut, that's no fun. But when you make it just over the top, just unhinged, that part's then it gets fun. You never think the main KFC guy, would steal the recipe from his cousin by doing her in. I have Friday the 69th to Yeah, and I just found out there's more in that Ever After series. There's a holiday one. There's a Frozen one, which, if it's as good as the guy's junk being turned into, a candy cane for cheating, I can only imagine what's gonna happen with the Frozen one. There's a KFC dating aim game. Apparently, it's what? See, this is the kind of stuff I need. Everybody always wants to recommend normal romance and normal smut. Give me the hilarious crap, and then I could read it. After Ben's review of Unhinged, I can't imagine what happens with those pillows. Yes. I think I meant to comment on that video, but I had like one up on my computer and one on my phone. And I think I still left the comment for your review under Gareth's short. We both ended up confused. Because his short was not of a book review or Unhinged. Oh, jeez. You'll have to start recommending a few for Olive to read. Because we all know Dave wouldn't ever read those at all. He just has to, tell everyone her thoughts. Oh my jeez. Get outta here. That girl is. Someone recommended a short turkey shifter erotica to me. Trying. Oh gosh. Yeah, that sounds right up Olive's alley. That girl's my crazy. Mhm. I mean, Dave tries to read normal stuff, and then Olive, sneaks off and gets a hold of his iPad. Next thing you know, there's all these books on Kindle. Wonder what my pups are reading when I'm not looking. Yeah, no, I don't. They're just looking at the back of their eyelids or yelling at the neighbors. Rude. Aw. Our Amazon doesn't have it either. I found a link and then it went, just kidding. You found it? Nice. Where did you find it at? Because our Amazon went, no. Now I just keep finding a bunch of reviews. Stuffed by the Were Turkey by Tate McKirk. Tiki just runs around the house with my markers. Oh, jeez. Yeah, it's a good thing I don't have any markers. Though Pandora used to like to get all like my chains and cord and whatnot and forget beads. Oh my gosh. No markers, honey. I have crayons. I got the big old 64 pack. But now I don't know where my coloring book went. Oh god. Where Turkey's on Noah's TBR on Goodreads. Knew he would have it. I didn't know he would admit to having that on his Goodreads. But again, I haven't spied all his stuff, but we know he hides his smut. He might talk about it on here on occasion, but he tries to hide it. If I ever actually, make a decent sized dent in my cross stitch, I'll have to have like, all right, we're having a coloring party. Or we could just all pop in and we're just gonna do any kind of arts and crafts. No, I haven't figured out how to do one where I can like actually share the screen on here so we can all just like, yep, we're all working on our projects together. Can't hide it from me. I have a key for his flat. Yeah. Ain't nobody got spares in my place. Though it was funny having to hide my, I'm an adult clothes from, daddy when he was helping me move. And I have like little mermaid canvas totes. I'm like, "Oh, they'll never look in there." I will have to figure that one out one of these days, and we will actually, like, plan a thing. I think I've used it once or twice, and then I couldn't figure out how to get it to go, "Hey, yeah, I'm scheduling this so people actually know about it ahead of time." I figured out how to do it with here, but then I tried to do it, I'm like, "It's do I just copy and paste that link?" We'll just get a whole chaotic, like, crafting stream, coloring, cutting up books. We'll have Lion King going on in the background, so Ven will finally have seen it. I don't know exactly how I'll pull that off because then I'd have to be like sitting on my table for it to be in the background. We'll make him accidentally watch Lion King on purpose. But not that creepy version with like Beyonce, the classic animated one. That's the only acceptable Lion King. Well, I think we blew past that first reading sprint. We'll go ahead and start the next one at the top of the hour. That'll be our first one. But now I have things to add to my TBR that I can't find to read because I totally have to read that KFC book. Ooh, I think he fell asleep. JB's trying to steal Jackie Boy's cat house and he's asleep in it. Well, one of Jackie's spots. Oh my god. Well, nothing like watching Lion King with several inmates. Loved my with the inmates. Even better movie was their choice. Nice. See, everybody loves the Lion King. I have made it my mission to never watch it at this point, just to be contrary. Well, you're missing out. Even though there is the one part where I always cry, even though I know it's coming. We'll just have to tie you to a chair and, like, tape the eyes open. Whee! And then you'll have to watch it. I even made the boyfriend watch it. And now it's also his punishment movie because he says it's too musical. So I get passive aggressive and play it really loud. I am Team Scar anyway. So you have seen it, because otherwise, how do you know about Scar? He's evil. I bet you're a Slytherin too. Do you like Snape? Even in the books. I have seen bits. He did have that really good song in the beginning. Be Prepared was freaking awesome. But yet you like Scar. I don't know. That's kind of questionable. Are you really Ravenclaw? Because I have two mugs for Ravenclaw. They made him way nicer in the movies than he was in the books. In the books, he was very, dark gray at best. He wasn't a very gray character. He was evil with an obsession with the dead chick. Yeah, I haven't touched that since they like redid it and made a new sorting hat. The new sorting hat is stupid. I don't like it. It's wrong. So I have the actual one in my room, but it doesn't even fit on my baby head. I tried. Should see if I can get it on JB and see what it says. Because my old baby, he was definitely a Hufflepuff. These new ones, though, they talk a lot of junk. Well, man might be a Gryffindor. Franny, I'm going with Slytherin. JB, I don't know. Scooter would straight up he would give you one little huff. If he had something to say, he was kind of sassy with it. JB is, well, I don't know. He can't handle his kitty weed. So. And he's far too picky about his food. One side fits, the other side, eh. That's right. If I pull it straight, like they cut it even, but then the way it curls, it is not even at all. And oof, that just looks crazy. I don't have the face for that. Oh my goodness. So me and you are gonna have to come up with a plan to accidentally get Vin to watch Lion King. And then he won't get to be contrary. Even though his name's not Mary, so that doesn't really work. And I can't remember how the rest of that rhyme goes. I just remember the first line now. Jenny has been trying for 5 years. Apparently she hasn't been doing it properly. Gotta be kidnapped. Meow, what you want a day here tomorrow? Tiki is a crazy girl for her stash. Pushes. Yeah, that was Pandora. She turned into like a kingpin. Was like, oh, you getting near my ball of, catnip? You want to freaking go? She was 4 pounds of terror. So, yeah, nobody else was allowed to have it. JB, the one time he had it was like a 4-day, terrified trip. Oh my gosh, everyone's trying to eat me. Like, you'd get near him and he would just get big eyes and freak out. So it took us a long time to find him toys that did not have it in it. So that, he wouldn't freak out. So he hasn't been allowed anymore. Our kids just get their munchies. Yeah, my parents' cats were like that. They would be crazy for about like a half hour and then flop over. Nah, these old butt heads, they all got some weird, yeah, stuff with it. Are you grown up enough to try it now? Huh? 'Cause see, you don't know it, but your grandpa sent me a little planter for some catnip. Might be fun. Give him one more chance at the fresh stuff. Maybe he just doesn't like the dried catnip. Might keep him out of my fern that he keeps trying to stand up and eat. Upside no hair. Yeah, JB's dumb butt only gets him. He will not groom himself, but like when I would be petting Jackie Boy with the scratcher and clean it off, he would try to eat that hair. Like that. That's not going to make you friends. Nah, you're just going to be a weirdo. It's like acting like Meg out of Family Guy. But maybe if he knocks out, I can, trim him a little bit. I have to put it under the grow lights that I got from my little lime tree and attempting to keep the hibiscus alive. I don't think it's going to make it, but we're going to try. Because my lime tree's being rude. It hasn't bloomed even once this year, and usually we get 2 blooms out of it. None of the limes ever survive, but it makes really pretty, very fragrant blooms. We're going to kick this one off. Got my little cushion back here. But it fell down. There we go. Gotta get comfy to do a little bit of reading. And probably be harassed by some animals at some point. And ooh, there's a ghost playing with the computer. So that's on the other side of the room and it just turned on. It should not be setting itself up. Well, so you didn't hop on the desk and move the mouse. Something else touched a button. That's creepy. Hello, Big Beard. Hello. Yeah, that's a sweet girl. Even though I know you got some motives. You're about 2 hours early with those motives. Yeah. But you can stay and be cute. Mm-hmm. Yes. You can hang out and be sweet if you want to. Got the Franny Fanny. Who's got the Franny Fanny? It's a Franny Fanny. Hey, how are you, Farrah? Franny said it's a good time to end the first sprint and give her some attention. And get some of those loose little bits. Gonna have the cute end? Or are you just gonna give me your butt? Good, my brain is fried from the week. Ugh. Yeah, it has been one of them weeks. Hopefully it's nice and done and relaxing for the rest of it. Read some nice brain dead books and have some nice coffee while you watch the Bambies. Gee, have any sports with your kids this weekend? Their season's all done. No plans, no sports, thank God. It all starts back on Monday, though. Oof. Well, at least you get the nice weekend to relax. And hopefully it will be nice and relaxing. No plans is always a bonus. As I get attacked by my Halloween witch that still needs to go on a wall. Huh. We've got an intruder over here. That's no good. He likes to be a little bit of a creep. I can't believe we're already in the middle of November. And my work's already planning the Christmas lunch and the beginning of December. Like, let us get over one fatty day before we go on to the next one. Though it would be nice if we got the time off. And one of the guys has a countdown on the board for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. Those numbers don't seem right. Yeah, I don't think I've baked the first thing this year. Great. It will go fast from here on out through. Trying to find the stuff to bake. Some minor shopping. Gotta get the boyfriend's clothes for the next year. When it's all on sale. Don't know what Daddy's gonna do, if he's gonna come visit or not, to figure that one up and get a new mattress. Even weirder, I actually cut grass on November 6th. We still, Almost everything is dead. We have a few marigolds, and some of the basil is still clinging on. Like, there's a new sprout that planted itself in one of my planters. We have the potential for snow next week. Depends on who you look at whether we're getting snow or not, but I don't think it's gonna stick even if it does, because we're supposed to get below freezing, but then still be up in like the 40s and 50s. I don't trust this. I don't trust it at all. Mother Nature is crazy, and that's why everybody has been sick for weeks. It will be maybe an inch max, but that's enough to. Yep. Hey, an inch is a lot of snow where I'm from. That counts as like a blizzard, and there will be, tons of just wrecks all over the expressway and backing up traffic for days. That we're always lied to about snow. Here we get snow several times a year, but it's just ice. In Georgia, you get a blizzard every 10 years. Otherwise, half the grass being covered is a snow day. Mhm. Yeah, you can't throw the ice at people. That's just kind of rude. An inch. Yep, not used to driving in snow. Will be crick crick. Mm-hmm. Not a huge amount, and really now, maybe January. Then again, 3 miles north of where I am, and it can be triple the amount. That is mind-boggling to me. 3 miles, and you're still in the same little, town around here. Like, nope, we're still on the main strip. He just walked by with the little pink tray all cleaned out to start working on the walls. It's gonna be nice. It's the same here. We're up in elevation, but once you get off the mountains, it's like 10 degrees warmer. That's so weird. We generally get snow in October. Last couple of years, nothing. Yeah, we always get like one freeze in October right before Halloween. This year, I surprisingly still had a few things that were growing. Like, I think for Halloween, I actually dug up some basil plants and took them to my coworker. Where I am is lowland peat moss, so it tends to hit everywhere around me, but not here. We get the fog instead. Same. I can remember trick-or-treating in the snow in the past. We always just were frozen. Like, you'd see all the girls going, yep, I gotta be hot. Except for I'm so cold. I was one of those dumb ones when I was younger. Now it's, Halloween is I'm wearing my pajamas and a scary top. But I'm not allowed to terrorize the children. No, you're not going to go help, JB. I know you're already gray, but it's not the same shade. You won't match. Your bow-legged bully walk. 2 years ago, I got a picture of a groundhog under the bird feeder December 24th. What in the world? Oh, but that does remind me. We got woodpeckers today. I haven't seen them since like this summer. They quit coming around. I'd have the feeder full, and usually it disappears in about a week. This one has lasted for months. I let the pups out this morning, and red-headed Woody went buzzing over me from the other side of the house. And maybe a minute later, the little black and white ones flew over and went and landed on their dead tree. And then came back a couple times. Like, where have y'all been? Like, your food got moldy. I had to dump it out and clean the thing because you waited so long to eat it. And now they're all visiting, and we had a bunch of grackles going, ooh, hey, the woodpecker food's back. That's our favorite. Like, y'all are not usually around this late in the year. Like, that and the hummingbird food usually goes away. It's just supposed to be pigeons and sparrows this time of year. And some kind of two-tones. But we still getting a ton of birds. The jays are even still hanging out. But they play hard to get unless I throw out peanuts. It's crazy that you're farther north than I am, but yet your flowers are still going strong. So I think I might be the most southern one of this bunch. Do the jays go north in the winter, or they stay here for us? I think usually our jays they'll just disappear and be like, we're not coming back till everything gets nice and warm and there's a ton of food out. We'll keep like the pigeons and we call them pigeons because they're such buttheads, but the mourning doves and some of the cardinals, but usually we don't see very many blue jays. But I've started throwing out peanuts and they're still going to town on them. Somehow they have a sense for whenever I throw them out, because you won't see them. I'll throw them out and about, an hour later, they're like, ooh, we will descend on you. Whereas they used to they'd come and, pick out the sunflower seeds. And I have a feeling our squirrel is still around. I haven't seen her in a little bit because, pups are buttheads. But somebody is cracking sunflower shells in the big old thing of bird seed. And I go to scoop it out and, well, nobody's getting sunflowers because there's just a layer of shells on the top. Well, more dull and drab than northern England normally is. Jays and cardinals here all year. Robins typically we've still got a few robins. They're always late to the party because they don't appreciate the bird seed. They just wait for it to rain or the boyfriend to cut the grass and then it rain. See, we'll have to brighten up your area. Find you some colorful flowers that like it gray and rainy. Or get you some houseplants. Oh no, sunlight is evil, but I like the things that grow and come out and play for me to watch in the sunlight. I just do it from, inside the house so I don't turn nice and, red. Yeah, I'll be matching that in about 10 minutes if I go outside. We have robins most of the year, sick of seeing seagulls at the moment. They have wandered inland to raid the bakeries. Oh, I love seagulls. Then again, I also almost never see them because, I'm nowhere near a coast. Weirdly enough, when I was getting to live in California, we weren't that close to the coast, but you would sometimes see them in the parking lot where I worked, up in wine country. UK seagull. Really? Have you tried bribing them? Throw the popcorn way over there so they'll leave you alone. That always works in the movies. And yeah, we did. It's been a very bit sunny here. How close are you to the coast? You got the mountains and water just basically surrounding you? The farthest you can get from the coast in the UK is 70 miles. I think it's about 40 miles from here. That's far enough inland. I wouldn't think you'd be seeing seagulls, but that's dang. That's kind of close. I love that you can hear the little. I didn't think it would pick up the sound that well. Under 30 miles. I think. Wow. I'd think they would say within just a handful of miles, not go go far inland. That's kind of cool. Irish Sea gets a bit wild, so they wander inland in bad weather. Do you ever go to the beach, or you're just like, too peoply and still not sunny usually? Some really nice ones in southeast around Devon and Cornwall. Hello, Beezer. Yoink. Okay. Shouldn't have been being a creep. He likes it as long as I pick him up and I'm like bouncing while I do it. Otherwise, he's like, no. I he was standing right next to me, smacking me. Yeah. Sniff like a creep and smack people, you get snuggles. Oh, and here comes the little man. That tail signifies up to no good. Yes. Hello. Did you sense your daddy was doing something? And your brother's just asking to be messed with. Yes. He thinks he's hidden, but he's not. Oh, good boy. But yet he will slap me for attention. But then, the second I lean down to give it to him, he will follow you while you're walking. Like, hey, excuse me, did I say you could stop? Come here, come pet me. All right, here I am. Every freaking time. And he knows I'm about to pick him up, so he'll dig his claws into the carpet. but sometimes he's not fast enough and I can just go whoop before he gets his claws in. He climbed through the ladder to get there. He's like, I'm gonna stand on this and think about. Yeah, I'm going in. Mhm. Not too far from where Gareth is, to be frank. Closest big one near here is Blackpool, but it's a bit of a rough place now. Oh yeah, are y'all having like duels on the beach? It's like if Vegas was on the coast and didn't have investment or something. That is weird. Thinking I don't do much beach. There's usually sunlight there. It's very, detrimental to ginger health. Yes. Oh, thank you. Good boy. Good boy. I don't know if you can see the lip quiver, but then, Mama, no kisses. Only I do it. He's my little lover boy. He gives all the kisses. You're not allowed to give them, but he's good at giving them. To be fair, I prefer the nearby forests. They're protected by the National Trust, so you have deer wandering around quite happily. I'd be the one going, I have corn and crackers. Come love me. And trying to take them home. Like, I want a pet Bambi. I'd have to hide it from my neighbors and, everything else. But if I could teach them to stay in my backyard, I would totally have a pet Bambi. They're so cute. It's nice that you have both beaches and forests so closely. That sounds good in my head. And then I go, sunlight, oh crap, the bear's gonna come and eat me instead of letting me pet him. And the axe murderer is gonna sneak through. But really, it's just a bird being very noisy on the crunchy leaves. Yeah, my imagination does not take facts into account. It just goes over the top. Have you made friends with the squirrels? Have you named any of them yet? Because mine are being buttheads, but I don't totally blame them. Because they got to make runs for it since, they can't fly once little man goes chasing. I was wondering about they're so cute when they're babies. I'm totally going to end up part of like a nice pretty fire or taken out by a wild animal. Mama was nowhere to be found and the little baby needed levies. Apparently Mama was just being sneaky and thought I was stealing her babies. Because I totally would. Like, it's orphaned. It needs to come home and be loved. I got a bottle for you. It's like we had a coyote at work one morning. I was coming in and it just walked by. I'm like, I know it might try to eat me, but at the same time, it's like a little doggy and I want to reach out and pet it. Yeah, I don't want to pet the humans. I don't like most of them. They don't even have the whole I'm cute anyways. Like, at least wild animals are cute. Humans, even as babies, I'm like, that's... I don't get it. They all look the same as babies. They have to grow up. But then they learn to talk, and then it's not nice. I have a very rational fear of bears after going to Yosemite as a kid and seeing the park's idea of a near-proof log. Yeah, I've lived in America my whole life. I have never gone to Yosemite or most of the parks, actually. There is a road through one to where I used to work, but it's like it was technically national forest on either side. It wouldn't have stopped a hedgehog, never mind a bear. Well, yeah, because nothing can stop Sonic. He's way too fast. I've lived in New York my whole life and never been to Niagara Falls. Well, you can put it on the bucket list and check it off at some point. Then again, I lived in Georgia for half my life, and there's a lot of places I never went. But I had to think of, we'd go like 15 minutes from the house, 30 if she really wanted to explore, or in that. It was only when mom was trying to like drive long enough to forget that she wanted to take out somebody, and then we would see where we ended up before she was done being mad. Road trips with the family. Yeah, we went to Florida to visit my half sister once. I'm surprised we made it that far and it was only 6 hours. Tons of places I have never been to in Ontario, but I hear they are nice. How far is that from Quebec? Because I just saw a really cool video of this park that you can ice skate through. And they have like reindeers and stuff that you can pet and feed. And I totally want to do that. Even though I can't ice skate. I tried it once and ended up with a split lip after like a half hour from falling so much. I have only been through JFK Airport. New York City itself would be too big and busy for me, I think. Yeah, I think the closest I've gotten to that was I had a layover somewhere. Like I was coming from California to Georgia, and they sent me up to Boston. That is the farthest north I have made it. Oh, I know that park in Quebec. I love you haven't been to Niagara Falls, but you've been to Canada. It was Domain and shit or something. Like, I want to go. I need to pet more. Oh, I have been to Niagara Falls, Canada side. Even went on Maid of the Mist and saw the world. Oh, that sounds cool. Went through Toronto Airport as well. Worst airport I have ever been through. You haven't been through the one in Chicago. Like, I thought I was going to get off at some point. I tried following the signs to find, my next terminal. There were so many freaking just long, empty hallways. Like, there's no terminal here. Just walk here for like 10 minutes, and there'd be, maybe like a janitorial closet and a sign saying, yeah, I promise we didn't set you up for a dead end to get off. You will eventually get to the other end. I hate that airport. So many empties, and especially late at night when I was the only one with that connection. About 8 or 9 hours to the border, then farther depending where in Quebec the park is. That's far. Shoot. Even now, it's like, all right, hour and a half, that's as far as we're going. Otherwise, yeah, then we're gonna have to stay over to make it worth all the driving, and there's nobody to let the pups out. What are you plotting, Beezer? So you can say a lot of crap about Atlanta, but I like the airport. It is well laid out, and you can take the train everywhere. That in Dallas. I will never go to Texas because it's full of Texans, but I do like the Dallas airport. Now looking at world maps, think I am the furthest north, which surprises me. Yeah, I can kind of see that, even though I'm really bad at geography. Like, I try to know my neighboring states, but now where I'm at is flirting with like 9 other ones, and I just can't keep track of all of that. JB's got his back to me, so I went and wiggled his tail for me. He's like, ah, what is it? Of course, this idiot was also playing with string earlier, and I wiggled it and it flipped to where it was laying across his back and he jumped. There are some nice Texans. Bad and Janie both. And Randy Ray, but I think they might be in the severe minority. Little man, what you doing in the closet? You don't have to be in the closet. I love you anyway. I hope she's safe. That is. There's a reason why one of my best friends is not allowed to visit me where I'm at now. Mm-hmm. Over on Driftwood Ranch. I started a chart with time zones and names to try to remember where people are. Nice. Hello. Boop. Give a kissy. Good boy. You went outside again, didn't you? You always smell when you come right back in from outside. Yeah, it's 1 a.m. here. I should probably be asleep. Yeah, it is kind of late there. 1 a.m. used to be early. Now I'm like, it's 9. I should start thinking about falling asleep so I can get up at 5. Well, there are a few good Texans. Unfortunately, they do not make up the majority. I had a couple friends that lived there, and they just went, peace. And they were in the city, too. Oh, that's going to be crazy. You being on Alan and Greg's thing. It's going to be super late for you. We'll really be able to stir up some chaos. Next will be names with channel names. Starting to get confused. Getting to know more people. I'm slowly growing out. But, yeah. I'm like, I swear I know that one's thing. I'll remember it when I link it down below. I have booked the day off after so I can sleep. Now that is dedication. And nice to be able to have that many days off. I love it. It's good, and it's going to bite us because they passed a local amendment that, hey, now we have to raise the minimum wage, tied in with oh yeah, you get paid sick days now. Except for the way it works here, they're gonna go, oh well, if we have to give them a $1 raise, we're gonna raise prices 30% to make up for that minimum. They've already done it once. And what will be funny is that the new maximum wage is what Walmart's already been doing for like 3 years, but I can already tell them, like, it's them. They'll pretend that they haven't been paying that, so they have to, up their profits to make up for it. Yeah. I mean, UK just straight up gets it better, but also it's this company where they're like back in like 1990, we didn't get paid sick days, so you pansies don't get them now. It's a the owner choice because I've had other jobs and I got more time off as a part timer. That's okay. We're gonna stay on the job hunt till we get back to pyrotechnics, and then it'll be good. Or it won't be, and I'll get a passport and start looking for jobs in other countries. Our minimum wage here is that's what ours is supposed to be in the next 3 years. And of course, all my the salaried folks are already complaining that well, that's not fair because if the little peons make enough to like almost afford to live, then I won't be making as much more than them because they'll get a raise, but I won't get a raise. That's your boss's problem, and I really don't care. As much as y'all have tried to screw me, I don't care. It's like you're taking it out on the wrong people once again. It's not their fault that you're not getting the raise. That's theirs. But it goes, wee. One of the bonuses with where I am, they gave us more than the minimum allowance. My brain gets baffled by so many things you don't get over there. Yeah. I still remember the conversation about bins a few months ago. Mm-hmm. I'm here, and there's a lot of things that I don't get. But see, I get my revenge in that since we don't get sick days, I just go to work sick, and yeah, if it's not just monthly sickness, I get to pass it around. And everybody makes mistakes because, brain ain't working. And then a lot of us are sick because it's close quarters. It'd be cheaper to give us, the day off versus you let a bunch of mistakes go to customers. Those customers are going to fine you a lot more than what my one day off would have cost. Especially if, it happens enough times that they decide to go elsewhere. So it's bad business, but it is what it is. And the bins thing is just it. Don't get me started on my stupid trash company, and I still have to pay that bill for this month. But I'd love to get a new trash company. They have a freaking monopoly, except for well, technically they let the companies keep their names, so it's not illegal because it's not a monopoly, but they're all owned by the same people. Because greed. It's like I can't get we can't recycle here. You have to pack it in your car and hope that recycling place is still open. And a lot of them are not anymore. Hmm. Yeah, mine charges me. Well, now it changes every 3 months because they've decided we have fees. That weirdly enough, the fees go up as the price of gas goes down. Because it's $54 for 3 months for one bin and then random fees of a random amount. We just bring all of our recycling to the dump and hope for the best. That word is like half the time it'll be trash bags once a week. We have recycling in January they started green bins for compost. Nice. That would be nice to have a little compost thing, whereas we just have a bunch of yard waste that we'll have to figure out how to get it to wiggle around a little bit. Because there should be some very good dirt on the bottom at this point. Excuse me. It varies by council here, but I have a general waste bin, garden food waste bin, glass plastic bin, and card. Mm-hmm. Nice. Yeah. Oh, we got one. And if they catch you putting like green stuff in it, then they'll just fine you and stop picking up, and you'll have to get a new company. That's how it works. Unit collections every 2 weeks with Food Garden Weekly. Mm-hmm. I've lived in places that used to do that. We don't do that. Who would have thought we'd be talking about garbage? Because we're just so cool. It's what all the young party kids are doing. So you come to my channel for it because you have no idea what's going to happen. I have no idea what's going to happen. 2 hours into a reading sprint and we've done 1 30-minute sprint. Which, by the way, how was everybody's sprint? Mine was, I got 16 pages and I'm not sure how I feel about it. But we get random cats and dogs, so, Well, you did come in right after we finished that one. So maybe we'll have to start one so you can actually get one in. I have typed up 4 of my outstanding reviews for Goodreads finally. Nice, got some productivity going. I have 3 composters, but neighbors have had to smarten up. Now garbage pickup every 2 weeks now, recycling and green every week. Nice. Are you fighting the plastic? AKA JB's favorite new toy. Oh, he didn't answer. I'll have to make him something good. He had to work today. And he stopped and got the paint for my library. So now he's in there getting it ready to paint. Started the book 1887. Different. I've never heard of that one. Now, where is that one supposed to take place at, Elaine? I had to work today covering Noah's shift, so I've been up since 4:30. Oh, geez. So you're getting towards the, nobody's home, second wind, extra chaos of almost 24 hours. Now that you're in the book, think I have gone past tired. Now you're getting onto that fun loopy. If you last long enough, I remember Mom thought I was on something or just seriously needed some help because I was staring at my ceiling light and laughed till I started crying and couldn't breathe. I don't know why the ceiling light was funny other than that I was that tired for an hour. So yeah, you might need some sleep till before you crack. I have tequila rose. That's not gonna keep you awake. That stuff will make you sleepy. And does it still come in the metal bottle that's good for, whack if somebody, like, gets out of hand? So I remember buying that when I turned 21, and it was a nice metal bottle, and I kept it. It's like mouth off to the drunk little redhead. This one can hit repeatedly. I am off tomorrow. Kids won't get up until like 10 a.m. Yeah, but that only gives you like less than 9 hours, and that's if you fall asleep immediately. I know I take a while to fall asleep. It's actually thick glass. Don't really see me. Ooh, mine was when I got it. It was a black metal with a. It was imprinted with the rose. I think they probably figured out like, oh crap! At least if you make it glass, they can only hit you once. That was a good bottle. I normally only get max 6 hours anyway. Yeah, I'm on one of those. If I get like 4, if I'm lucky, 5 interrupted hours, and then there's the weekends where Franny refuses to acknowledge that it's the weekend and says it's 6:30. Hooker, get up and give me my treat, so I can go take a nap till I start yelling for breakfast. 7-8 hours is sleeping in. Especially if it counts if I only get interrupted twice. Which, ooh. Wait, I just realized the label on the bottle is color changing. Ooh, they made fancy bottles. I'm about 5. So we're all sleep deprived. And end up talking about garbage and days off. We know how to party. How are we sleep deprived and yet somehow accidentally grown up? What are we doing? The rise on the front goes from silver to pink when the bottle is chilled. So they have completely redone it since the last time I got that stuff. And I'll have to take your word for it because now I'd have to find a proper liquor store, and it's not like I can drink anyway. Boo, it used to help me sleep. And make me dangerously giggly. Now it's like, I had a shot. I'm not tipsy, but I have the hangover headache from the sugar. Franny, don't be gross. Getting your fancy strawberry alcohol. It's like that strawberry Nesquik, but for adults. I should have got Fireball. That always goes well. We're not being spicy enough for you. You need some more cinnamon in your life. It is the right season for it. But actually, ooh, you could probably make some good, rum balls with that. So then you could pretend you're eating dessert instead of drinking. They'd be very festive. See, Ven's doing his full Saturday morning right. You're over here, you're drinking. I'm sitting on the floor. I don't know what you two are doing, but you're on chatting with me, so I make it some Sunday. We have it cheap in work at the moment. If you want something really, you gotta get amaretto. That's my favorite. Ready for when I eventually do D&D again. When Noah gets to feeling better. You gotta drink fireballs while you cast fireball. I have him. Ooh, it's so good. Hmm, I might have to make an amaretto cheesecake and just suffer. That could be kind of good. My mom used to make like no bake cheesecakes, and instead of lime juice, I could use like a couple shots of amaretto. We have a huge bottle of Irish whiskey, so we know what Farrah's doing tonight before she goes to sleep. What kind of wild are you getting into, Elaine? I make a mean Bailey's no bake cheesecake. See, nope. The only way I've ever had Bailey's was in a White Russian, and it made me nauseous. Tasted delicious. Made me so freaking nauseous. That's the only time I've ever had a drink make me sick, even though I actually had food. I have a cupboard. Don't even know what's in it. So now you're getting ideas. Got your favorite alcohol and a nice cheesecake that doesn't require turning on the oven. I haven't made one of those in years. Like, my brother and sister-in-law came to visit last year. So we had to make one. He made mom spaghetti and I made her dessert. I just know it has mini bottles. Well, now we have to know what's in your cupboard. I know I have at least 4 different gins. Ugh. I sniffed it, didn't like it. I just have red wine. Glass at dinner keeps my iron levels stable so I don't have to take pills. To me, red wine tastes like Robitussin, and the sulfur in it gives me massive headaches. Though I did have a red wine based sangria that was really good. Half a glass was enough to make me sick, but it was so good. And all the winos in Napa are going, oh, how dare you! More when I could have it, like Moscato and Riesling was like the go-to. Reds always seem too dry for me. So we need to get you some more like steak and some good burgers, get you that red meat to get the iron up. Okay, so I'm the weirdo. I'm the only one that doesn't drink red wine in the group. Apparently, I was supposed to grow into it, but I never did. Only certain ones I can drink. Tannins or whatever they're called give me a headache. Mm-hmm. Yep, it's tannins. But it's a sulfur-based thing, and I found out the hard way that I am allergic to that. Sulfur is good for headaches and weight loss for me. Not the fun kind of weight loss, though. I think it's port. I think that one's technically a red wine. That one's really good. I have port too. Ooh. Yeah, I think When they came to visit, my brother and sister-in-law brought me 2 bottles just because they're from Georgia where we grew up. I've got a peach flavored Georgia one. And even though I'm from Georgia, I've never liked peach. And Georgia on my mind. Oh, Vin. So if we ever need any alcohol, we're all coming to visit you. Every time people come around, I end up with more than I started with. How the heck does that happen? It's supposed to be the other way where they empty all the bottles. Or at least get them like halfway and drink whatever they brought. Are they bringing the good stuff? Or are they just leaving you with, it's like, here, we bought this as a host gift, but it's bad. So have you started practicing your bartending and making good mixed drinks yet? Since you keep, getting all that freebie alcohol. The spicier the name, the better the drink. Yeah, they just don't take their bottles with them. It's kind of the bonus of hosting. Gotta make up for having all the people in your house. They gotta leave the alcohol. I do have a cocktail shaker somewhere. Shouldn't it be in the cupboard with all the bottles? Otherwise, then you're just gonna lose it. I said, I can't drink anymore, but I have a Halloween shaker, and I think I might have like a normal metal one somewhere. From my days when I used to have people over and get them nice and tipsy on adult milkshakes and other stuff. Can't wait to do homemade eggnog for Christmas. I tried that one a couple times. I did not have good luck. But also the first recipe I tried was just like, they didn't have nearly enough spices. Do you fill it full of brandy or do you go like whiskey or blend? I mean, you put eggs in the fridge. So. Well, yeah, because we're not, heathens trying to get sick. They're not supposed to be warm. Buying it is way easier. And again, I get the non-alcoholic kind because I actually like the flavor of all the spices in it. Even though now that every brand that I've tried now, it's thinner than it used to be, and I have to add more spices to it because there's never enough cinnamon and nutmeg. So I might have to try it again this year. It's the only super early Christmas thing that is allowed in stores. as I've got my, second thing of eggnog for the year. Nope. I don't add booze to mine even when I drink. Just like same here. Like somebody bought me a bottle of the adult kind. I'm like, great. I have to keep adding eggnogs. I'm like, I don't want to taste the alcohol. I like the eggnog. The eggs cost more than the alcohol does. Well, yeah, that's because they keep going bad because you're leaving them on the shelf. So they're an expensive commodity when they go bad so quick. I can ooh. See, when I was little, we used to get the stuff that like you had to add milk and like thin it out. Now I'm like, it's already a thin consistency. In ours, I think when we see it was like the Publix. It was just the grocery store brand. I don't know about that, Vin. Have you done like the little float test to make sure that's not what's getting folks sick? They're expired eggs. That is just creepy. Bet you keep your butter outside the fridge too, don't you? That is so wrong. Like here, that would be in a puddle in, 2 hours in the summer. Or you'd have an electric bill through the roof. Yeah, I have one too, but it still goes in the fridge. Yes, it does, little man. There's a little section in the fridge door for the butter. Mm-hmm. Yes. I know. We can do one last, a second reading sprint. And then mommy will come bring you dinner, okay? While everyone is making sourdough bread during COVID, I learned to make Kahlua. I didn't do either of those things. I don't like sourdough. Though I did learn to make pizza dough. Elaine over here getting spicy with it. Oh, jeez. So I'll be over here doing my little cross stitch. You'll be in there making Kahlua for your adult coffee. Yeah, I was off for a couple months. That was it. You are at a grocery store, people unfortunately need to eat. I worked hardware, general retail, and the worst month ever was receptionist at a vet. Never again. Though that might have also been that vet. And I ended up at the place I'm at now. So we say, shall we kick off a last reading sprint while Vin, sips himself to bed? We'll give it till, about a half hour. And we'll wrap it up before Franny comes and beats me up for dinner. Because actually, I'm surprised she hasn't yelled at me since it's only Yeah, 28 minutes till it's due anyway. And she usually starts an hour early. Woohoo! Let's do this and see what all craziness we can get into. Wow. They're in Blind Donkey Alley. Just popping in to hug the like button and leave a comment. Well, thank you so much. Hope you're having a lovely evening kicking off the weekend. Love it. All the connections from all the sprints. As our little group grows. Are you snuggling with the animals and grabbing a book? Or are you pulling a Vin and, sipping your way into the night? I am reading now. I'd be good-ish. You haven't sipped enough. You're still typing coherently. You're gonna be conked tomorrow with the kids. Or you're gonna get that second wind and it's gonna get really chaotic and fun. Bunk, bunk, bunk. Here's my big thunky thunk. Big solid girl. I'm about to hit the road right now. Having a sip. I'm jealous. Enjoy, everyone. Oh, well, thank you. Drive safe. I don't know where you're headed, but definitely, hopefully, it's not too far and not too much traffic. Oh, am I getting double dogs? Come here. That's how you can tell I have sipped. I can actually. You're doing it backwards. And I sort of I have to drink so I can get down to normal people's, crazy level, and they have to drink to get up to my boring level. Because it helps me get sleepy. So then I'm too tired to be a maniac. Yes. Yes. But now I can't do that. So now I just have to be a maniac all the time. Thank you. Are you close enough? Good girl. Yum. Oh, y'all can't see, but and then of course he just walks off when I try to show him. I had 2 doggies, and they have both abandoned me together. Oh no, the valiant return of the little man. Hello. Good boy. Be a good little man. You keeping JB in check out there, since he left his little house. And I don't think he's under the bed yet. Yeah. Good boy. You've got cute little boo-boo. You got cute little boo-boo nose. Mm-hmm. Yes, you do. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Askabaske. That silly boy. Hello. Good girl. Can I have the cute end? Or are you just gonna give me the dangerous end? Fran. Come here, big girl. We know what you do with the other end. Gas me out of the living room earlier. Yeah. Okay. No, I didn't mean okay to that. Just that I was agreeing with chest scratches. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Double talking tonight. Okay. We got one and two. And two left to go explore. Hello. You silly boy. What you doing, little man? There's no food up there. That's just your daddy's books. Yeah. You just go and do a drive-by fuss. Huh. I'm just doing drive-by fusses now. Yeah. You're just sitting so you can swing on me. I know you. It's not because you want the chest scratches. You want to not fall over. You go, gimme. Mm-hmm. You think you're so sneaky and subtle. But I know you. I've had you since you were a baby. I know you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Though the cute approach is more likely to get you what you're after. Mm-hmm. Instead of tucked in. Yeah. Good girl. Good girl. Hello. Mm-hmm. That was a very chewy kiss, big girl. Yes, that was a little on the chewy side. Yeah, you missed me. You just punched the little footstool this is on. That's usually me. I'm glad it's the footstool. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We all see you now, big girl. Hi. I'll pet you. I'll hold your hand. Can I hold your hand? Hi. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, you want Mama to hold your paw? I'll hold your paw. And boop the nose. Mama. So serious. I'm going to sign off to do a few things before bed, but it was great hanging out with you guys tonight. Oh, well, thank you for stopping in. It was great to get to chill with you, too. Oh, ow. Hopefully you have a good rest of your weekend, nice and restful, and a little sleeping in. Yes, even though I know you're not going to let me sleep in unless you wake up Daddy. Yes. Sleep well and enjoy the time while you got it. Yeah. Oh, I got your ears. Much appreciated having you drop in. See, it's always fun when we get the whole group together. Oh, that was my foot you just crushed. You're not puppy-sized anymore, big girl. Yes. The Franny Fanny. Yes, this is what you were named for. You're Fanny. Can you give me a nub nub? No, I don't get any nubbies. So you don't see food, so I don't get a nub. Except for pointing at me. I'm so excited to sleep in tomorrow. You have more than earned it. Enjoy that nice sleep in. It's Saturday. Woohoo! Yeah. So no alarms, mine or his. Yeah. That's where it's at. Yes. Big girl. Yeah. That's a good big girl. It was great going to Boogie as well. Kids about to get bedtime snack, and Xena. Oh, well, that's sweet. Yeah, as you can tell, I have given up trying to read as well. Is somebody kind of being a little demanding? Going, Mama, it's only 5 minutes till you're supposed to, yep, hand out the plates anyway. So, instead of finishing the sprint, I think it's time we tell everybody good night. Because we got 2 going to bed, and 1 that might have almost fallen asleep at the keyboard. I wish I had given up this book. That doesn't sound like a good something. I'm not really sure how I feel about mine since I'm only, almost 5% in. But I don't think I'm going to get any reading with the fussy hussy. Looks like she's getting ready for slap mode. Hopefully your book will get better. It's no fun staying up to read a bad one. It's something. I have no clue what's going on. Are there at least some good banter going on to make up for the what the heck? Or is it just what the heck with no redeeming qualities? Because to be fair, I have no idea what's going on in mine either. We've had 2 different timelines, and 1 dude got murdered, and now there's some other dude that I don't think is the same dude that was getting mail from the dude that got murdered. Huh, Franny. I don't really know what's going on. I think it's a day for nobody knows what's going on. But hopefully it clears up soon. Huh. Don't give me that face. You can't swing on me from over there anyway. You're faced the wrong way. Yeah, you can hit his footstool. There is a cabin and a person who wants to unalive, and a VHS with psycho people with German dance music going in with corpses and gimp suits. What? Okay, now I'm confused. That is. Yeah. And German dance music, that's the icing on the cake of what the heck. That is. Yeah. Hopefully it starts making sense. Maybe it's just because of all your, sips that it's not making sense. But that does sound very chaotic. I will sleep and try again when more awake. Maybe. Well, hopefully you have a lovely morning, since it's, 2 a.m. there. And I will probably see you in somebody's live or video here soon. Thank you so much for stopping in, even though it's well past your bedtime. It has been fun and chaotic as always. Bye, everyone else. Y'all have a lovely evening and a lovely rest of the weekend. Good night.